Renata from the E-Spot.
And welcome back to episode 6 of the 𝗫𝗍𝘆 podcast. Woo! Yes. Now, I'm so excited to get into this episode. We have a lot of amazing fun things. We're going to be going over some of the new Junior Eurovision entries that have just been released, the controversy surrounding the fact that there are seemingly no boys competing in Junior Eurovision this year, Douwe Bob might be going to Eurovision next year. My dream come true. And also some crazy big news, which you guys can probably already tell Renata is freaking out about, which involves
It's been
UMK.
a crazy day with crazy amount of news. We've got so much to get to. I'm so excited for this.
Yes, but first, we want to give a special thank you to those who went over to our Patreon to support the 𝗫𝗍𝘆 podcast. That's patreon.com/𝗫𝗍𝘆 podcast, and chose to subscribe and support us over there. So shout out to our newest patron, Maria. And if you'd like to get a shout out in the next episode, head over to patreon.com/𝗫𝗍𝘆. Subscribe where you'll get early release of the episodes every single Thursday, full-length video, ad-free, and yeah.
And if you don't want to do the whole $5 a month, if it's just too much, but you want to show us that you appreciate the show and you want to support us, you can also do a $1 tip donation if you hit the just the tip button and just show us that you appreciate us in that way. But also hitting the like button, following us on social media, leaving comments and letting us know what you think is also a way to just show us that you appreciate the show.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? We need this in these desperate, trying times. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I lost my job today unexpectedly. So, you know, I need money. So there's many avenues. Exactly. Every little bit helps, you know? But regardless, it's always just so much fun to do this with you. And I'm excited to get into the episode. And
yeah,
so,
let's do it.
Thank you so much to everybody that's been supporting us. It's been like overwhelming. Actually, our streams on Spotify have been pretty good. I've been kind of like shook. We're getting like 100 streams an episode. That's kind of great for me. Pretty consistently.
I haven't been checking, to be honest, for Spotify. That's amazing. Because I guess I think about like, well, more people are going to want to watch on YouTube. So it's great to see that people are enjoying the show on YouTube, but podcasts are a little bit different because there's less to see. Like it's actually people just listening to us. So props to the people who are able to listen to me talk for an hour plus, because I wouldn't be able to listen to me talk for that long, to be honest.
Yes, and we actually, I just saw this week, so this is why I'm saying this. We have 7 5-star reviews on there. We haven't even been telling people to go and review.
I forgot all about reviewing. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, everybody who's reviewed. If you like the show, yeah, please give us a review. 5 stars. I mean, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much, everybody. I had no idea. I'm like in shock.
Yeah, I know. I was shocked as well because I wasn't even thinking to like check that. So thank you to everybody that's been doing that. And you know, if you want, you know, ways to support us, that's a great way. And just, you know, share all that sort of stuff. If you have friends that love Eurovision, hello, you know.
And we're about to get into it now. Like, I mean, things are, you know, every day there's going to be something new. Like, who knows, maybe we'll go to like 2 episodes a week. Maybe we'll do patron special episodes in a week. We could do so many things. So yeah, definitely keep following because it's just heating up. We're about to get into the good bits. We're gonna have songs soon, you guys. We're gonna have songs. But actually we do have songs though, because Junior Eurovision has been giving us songs. They've been keeping us fed.
Yes, they have. So once again, we had some national selection winners and also some internal selection. So first up, we had France. Now this was 𝗫𝗍𝘆𝘆. I'm not really sure.
I don't know French, so maybe.
I feel like French always keeps me guessing. But I believe you pronounce this 𝗫𝗍𝘅, and it's translated to heart. I did get the translations this time. So it's called 𝗫𝗍𝘅, which translates to heart. And France came out with a bang, I feel like, once again. So they are the host country this year. And I always have high expectations for the host country, but I also have high expectations for France because they're always killing it. They're always in the top 5 in Junior Eurovision. And to me, this song is on, it's kind of giving me more Bim Bam Toi in the sense that it's a little bit more like their artist is older. It's not as much on the like kiddie side, which France has done like the last few years. I feel like they kind of did it last year. So it's more on that end, but I think they do such a great job of kind of combining the two. It's not like mature. It's age appropriate for a teenager, but it's a bop. It's a bop, a French bop. I'm obsessed. I can't wait for it to be on streaming. Like,
yeah, I thought it was okay. I liked that it was a little bit of like a disco beat. I thought that was cool. Honestly, it felt actually just a little bit like 𝗣𝗍𝘆 to me, in the sense that that was also kind of like a little French disco type thing. And I would say that my impression with France generally in adult Eurovision and in Junior Eurovision is that they always meet expectations of what you feel like France would send and what France would do, which is something that's polished, something that's cultural, something that's very French. And they always deliver it in a pretty slick package, and nice production music wise. I just don't think that France really exceeds expectations. I mean, the only time recently that we've seen them step out of the box in adult was when they sent 𝗲𝗏𝘆 and with Finland, and they got paid dust for it. So yeah, you know, I mean, I think it's really good. It just didn't blow me away. I don't think I'm as excited about it as you are, but I thought that it was really good.
I mean, I compared it to Bim Bam Toi. I just want to preface that it's no Bim Bam Toi. I mean, Bim Bam Toi to me, it's their worst, it's their lowest placing entry ever, 5th place, but it's their best. Like, it's so good. It was literally put into Fortnite. Like, it was.
Wait, was this a junior song?
Yeah.
It was put into Fortnite?
It was put into Fortnite.
Like
yes,
the French version of Fortnite, or like
I think the
Fortnite?
French version of Fortnite.
Okay.
I just remember seeing her little choreography, bim bam boom. Oh, and I remember seeing that put in. I was like, girl, came 5th place, robbed. It's not that, but I can see it doing like really, really well in Junior Eurovision this year. I just feel like it's got. I think that they always check all the boxes, and so they're always gonna, you know, kind of kill it. So I'm excited to see the music video. I'm excited to see kind of like what they're doing visually. I don't even know if this has been like officially like released, because I feel like it was just like some random post on some random YouTube channel, even like a Eurovision France, but not like an official Eurovision France channel. I don't know if it's a leak or what, but
oh really? I thought the video that I watched looked like it was with the branding and everything. Official?
I don't think it's on the Junior. I know it's not on the Junior Eurovision channel yet. So
Eurovision France YouTube channel.
Is that the official channel?
Well, you know what? That's a good question. Or is it like,
you know, because it might just be someone from France that
that's running a channel called Eurovision France.
But I mean, the lyric video looked official. Oh, it has a check.
TV. It's got a check mark, 94K subscribers. Oh no, this is legit. This is real. No, it's real. That's the song. And the video the thumbnail on the video is cute. She's wearing like a little denim outfit that's adorable, and it's got the puffs of that colored stuff that they've got in the Heroes logo.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with their video. I think it'll be cute. They always do really fun little presentations. So next up we had Spain's entry, called Love You by Sandra Valero. Now, I was like trying to find the translations, and because it's spelled Loviu, and I was like, does that mean something in Spanish, or is it just like when I was listening to it, I could tell that she was saying love you. No, I guess it's just a Spanish like kind of thing. It's not like a real word, but it's a kind of Spanish slang version of the American love you.
Cute.
So
okay.
You might be texting and you might type that.
Love you. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. But this was really cute as well. Another fun, upbeat bop. I am starting to get concerned. There are a lot of fun little upbeat little, girl bops in Junior Eurovision this year. But this one was really cute. I thought it was just, uplifting. It was fun. It was catchy. I liked it. I liked it.
I thought it was cute. I thought it did seem very like, this is one that I would say this is a song for children. And not in like a derogatory way, but like this is a very appropriate song for children in the same way that that Alessandro song that won last year. I felt like that was a song that just like you could really tell that that's a song that kids would really love. I mean, even the fact that like they said, I love you in multiple different languages, like that's normally one of the first things you learn as a kid, like when you're learning languages or other languages. So I thought that was really cute. It's kind of like I feel like this feels like a very like Euro fan bait song in that way, just because it has like a little bit like the references to other things, like even like with the Portion Boys song, where they kind of like referenced all these other countries, other people who are listening to the song, like they feel like they're being,
because people love little language play.
Yeah, the little language stuff. So I feel like this one, maybe they've got kind of like a magic mix here as far as like being really attractive to children, something that people can understand and connect to because it has little pieces of the different languages in it. I think this one was it's not like a song that I'm want to put on my playlist and listen to, but I think it's one that seems very like a good contender for Eurovision. And like a strong example of what Junior Eurovision, Junior Eurovision like can be.
Yeah, I agree. I again, it's hard to base it off of what we have right now because we don't have like a visual performance. We don't have anything like that. So like I'm excited to see how she performs it, how they choose to stage it. Like Spain usually does a really good job of staging in Junior Eurovision. And they usually take it very, very seriously. So if I feel like it's a good song, it's got a good setup. If she delivers it and if they deliver something like a cool visual, I can see it doing really, really well. It feels very like Junior Eurovision song, like that's where it belongs.
It is where it belongs. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But you had a point though about there's kind of a lot of similar, upbeat female vocalist songs. And that could be a challenge for some of them to stand out among them.
Yeah, for sure. Because next up we have Ukraine's song called 𝗥𝗏𝗄 by Anastasia Djimund.
Right,
Dumud. It means flower. And this one I feel like is a really good, still a girl bop, but it's going to stand out because it's got those Ukrainian cultural elements to it. And also, they're like, because it was a national selection song, so we get to see a little visual. I thought the way they presented it was gorgeous. The colors of the stage and all those little elements were really cool, but also just her style, the Ukrainian colors. And like, they always just do a really cool, like, way of delivering culture and not feeling like it's just been seen before or whatever. Like it's always kind of got like a fresh take. It's always like mixed with modern elements. And it just was like her outfit. It's not just like a cultural Ukrainian outfit. It's modernized in many ways. And it's just, it's sick to me. I think it's so cool. It was written by the Ukrainian singer 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏, who I'm a huge fan of. She's got this bright orange hair. She sings the song. Oh, she makes bops. This sounds like it came straight from her discography. Like I see her influences in this, and I'm kind of obsessed. I think this is my winner right now.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. You know what? I can't find the performance video.
Really? I think I can send it to you.
Because the one I was surprised when you said like there was a video, because the one that I saw was literally just like an animation that had little like cartoon flowers and music notes.
Yeah.
Song wise, I thought the song was really nice. I thought that it was nice. You could kind of feel that if you heard it a few times, you'd be able to sing along with it, which is always something I consider a strength of a song.
Yes, because like I've only watched it twice now. I will say, well, I was gonna get into it in my like personal reaction, but like I do feel like it gets a little repetitive when she stops doing the like and then she just starts repeating or whatever. She starts repeating that and not saying anything else. It goes on a little too long. If they revamp it, I would suggest, do something about that. But that was my only critique.
And that's, I mean, as far as critiques go, that's not so bad.
No, not at all.
I thought it was really nice. And they always do something good. They always represent themselves really well, whether it's something that is on the folk side or not. Or I think they seem to find a really good meeting point in the middle, which I feel is something they did here, because it does also feel really modern as well.
I do feel as though the last few years I've loved their entries the last few years, but maybe they haven't been doing as well as they used to. And I wonder if they've gone a little more serious in their kind of songs the last couple of years. And they've been like really artistic and a little more mature in that way. The subject matter might be like a more serious topic or whatever. And I think that this is kind of very refreshing for them and maybe like the change that they needed, because this one's just a little more like fun. It's just, we're back to having fun here. And I love the way Ukraine does their cool, artsy, interesting, weird, take risks. And I love that they do that. But another, like, to me, you put this in the lineup of Ukraine in Junior Eurovision, you put this in the lineup of Junior Eurovision, there's not going to be another song that is like this one, so
yeah, definitely in this selection so far.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that there are so many female vocalists that have been chosen, and it's just a fluke.
Yeah.
It's literally just the way that it happened, right? Because some of these are internal, some of them are voted in, like, so it's kind of just an anomaly that it happened this way. But
yeah, so right now we only have Georgia and the Netherlands that have boys, but they are a duo and a trio. And I mean, the thing about Georgia is it wasn't even, those boys weren't supposed to be part of it. She won her national selection. They put the boys in after the fact.
Interesting.
So they weren't even supposed to be part of that. So honestly, they shouldn't even have been included in that. But yeah, so they're the only ones with boys. Right now, we're awaiting Armenia, Italy, United Kingdom, and Ireland. Although I thought Ireland selected their person, but they don't have it on their Wikipedia. So, maybe we're still awaiting that. But we're still waiting to see who's representing them. And if they don't have boys, girl, this is the year of the girl bop, I guess.
Yeah, which is fine, I guess. It might make it a little bit harder for them. Maybe it'll give an edge to the other artists that don't have songs that kind of match that same sort of up-tempo style. We'll see.
I mean, hey, I think it's maybe actually I was gonna say maybe it's better if just everybody's girls, because then
there's nobody has any advantage, because it's all just it's just the battle of the girls.
It's not a disadvantage to anybody because they're all girls.
Right.
So I don't know.
I mean, bet that's gonna make it very fun for the girls. I bet it's going to be, I'm just thinking, like, if I was, 9 to 14 and I was in this competition and it was like just a dozen other girls my age who are into the same thing as me, performing and music, like, that would be amazing. I bet that would be so fun.
Yeah. I mean, and the kids always every year like seem to become friends for life. So, I don't know. I'm excited. This year is honestly, I think it's shaping up to be a good year. I think there are some actually really good songs, and a lot of them haven't been officially released, so they could get better. So,
right.
All right, so moving on to Eurovision 2024 news, we just have a little thing. So we know here on this channel that I have an obsession over a specific Dutch artist by the name of Douwe Bob. So we know this is my husband. Like everybody knows this. Like he knows this. Like if he catches it, if I catch him, there's going to be a proposal. You know, we get the vibe. We know what's going on here. But so I have to speak on this Douwe Bob news. So Douwe Bob came out recently and he spoke about how he did submit a song for Eurovision 2024. So he submitted a song actually for himself as an artist, but he also came out recently and said that he co-wrote a song for an artist by the name of 𝗏𝗏𝘅𝘆. So 𝗏𝗏𝘅𝘆 is a Dutch Moroccan singer. And what I thought was really interesting about this was that they said it featured elements. It was mostly in English, but it featured elements in the Berber language, which kind of got me excited. Like,
that's really cool, especially with Loreen having just won and like incorporating the symbolism in her staging to like the potential of a song that has the actual lyrics. That would be really cool.
So I'm not familiar with this artist. I literally like just saw this before, so I didn't have time to look any of their work up. But so I don't know what the vibe of the song would be or anything like that. But knowing that has got me excited because I feel like Netherlands has been kind of stuck in this rut. And I kind of do feel like after Jungkook's flop, like Robbery,
one of the best Eurovision songs of the past decade and performance. I watch that performance occasionally just because it's just so good and I love that song, and I will never recover from that. Whole sequence of zeros sucked, but the only one that I would say truly did not deserve zero was Jungkook. I agree. I mean, that song was just like it was perfection. It was one of the most powerful songs I feel like ever sent to Eurovision. Just the lyrics and everything was insane. And I'm scared that because I feel like he took a risk and it didn't pay off, you know, kind of like the France effect. I'm scared that they won't want to take those risks, but I feel like those risks are needed. They didn't even qualify this year or this last year. So they need to take a risk. Something like this could be really interesting, and taking a risk, it'll stand out. And I love that Douwe Bob did say that if it basically came down to them two, he would withdraw his submission so that they could go. So I think that that's really cool. I want Douwe Bob. I want Douwe Bob in Eurovision in some capacity. So wait, so he has a song of his own and then a song that he wrote. Yes. Okay, that's really cool that he would be willing to like to go as a writer and give the other person. Okay, I have a confession to make.
Yes.
I have no clue who this person is.
What?
I have no clue who they are, which is what has made the whole saga of Douwe Bob so hilarious to me. I have no clue, not a single shred of an idea who this person is. At first, whenever I was seeing the name written, I was reading it in my mind as Douwe Bob. And then you started saying Douwe Bob, and I remember thinking like, who the heck are they talking about? Who's Douwe Bob? And then I realized that it's this guy. Who is he? Who is Douwe Bob?
He represented the Netherlands in 2016. He was the guy, the country song, slow down, brother, slow down, brother, slow down.
Song, I blocked it out. It's so horrible. Oh,
no, it's not.
Song. I hate it when they do the yeehaw crap.
But he did it good. Waylon sucked. He did it good.
No, I hate the yeehaw. The only good yeehaw song that ever got sent to Eurovision was that Texas Lightning song from Germany.
I'm not familiar.
Look, and now I'm blanking on how it goes, but I love that one. I love that one. Oh, what? Now I have to find out what, because I'm totally blanking on it. What's that? Because I think it was called Texas Lightning.
I know the name. But it was for Germany?
Okay, no, never. No, 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 never, never, ever gonna pick up the phone. You don't know this
What
song?
year was that?
2006.
Girl. The only song I know, Amambanda, and Sylvia Knight. No, I know a lot of the songs from that year, but no, I can't believe you don't know Douwe Bob.
Well, I guess
He's
I
an
do. I guess I
icon.
do know. It's just that he was with a girl, right?
No,
No?
that was 2015. That was the year before. That was when they came like, or not 2015, 2014. That was when they came like second place.
Oh,
He was not that.
you know, I think I honestly just hated it so much that I blocked it out.
No.
It just didn't exist to me anymore. See, we promised people, we said that there was going to be stuff that we weren't going to agree with.
Well, this is just ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
You don't know the greatest artist of our generation, Douwe Bob. You don't know my husband. This is my husband.
I know more about his boat than his music.
Well, you know, listen. I do too at this point. No, but he's literally my most streamed artist on Spotify.
Out of town.
There's Douwe Bob right there. The Junior Eurovision 2019 soundtrack's my most.
Well, now I've got to check mine too, because I've also got Spotify.
And look, for anybody who doesn't believe me when I say I'm a Malena stan, there she is. She got 4 songs out and she's number 3 of all time artists.
Wow. Let's see. What's my lifetime? We're giving people some random. We are going off script right now, people.
I find this stuff so interesting.
Oh, can you guess what my lifetime top artist is?
The Portion Boys.
How'd you know?
Because 𝗏𝗂𝗏 doesn't have enough music to be your number 1.
I think let me see if it would. My phone is really small and my fingers are really big. 𝗏𝗏𝗏's number 5. That's in my 4 months. No, he has a full album.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, he's number 15 of my all-time artists. So it's actually Portion Boys American Song Contest and then Peaked Jacks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I have streamed Portion Boys 1,895 times. Literally just heard them for the first time in February.
How do people get their stream so high? You know, this is an epidemic that needs to be talked about, is people's streams, because Douwe Bob is my most streamed artist at 818 streams. And Melanie Martinez is coming up. She's at 700. So, and Malena's coming up too at 660. So the more singles she releases, the higher she's going to get. But I see some people that have like, girl, a song just comes out and they've listened to it 1,000 times. Liar! You're a liar. I'm not saying you're a liar. No, because you're realistic. But these people that be listening to one song thousands of times, I don't know if you have on your most streamed song. My most streamed song is Can't Feel Anything by Malena at 250 streams. Girl, that's realistic. And I listen to that song all the time. But I listen to a lot of music. I'm not listening to one song over and over and over and over and over again, maybe for like a week, but like not enough for it to get that high.
Yeah, that's like because I'll like get really into a song and I will listen to it like from the entire 20-minute drive to work. And at that point, you've got like 7 or 8 streams under your belt. And, you know, if I do that, 3 days out of the week, like, yeah, like it's going to get the streams up really fast, which is kind of what happened with the Portion Boys. But also I have been using their music in particular to learn Finnish. So I like will listen to a song and sit with the lyrics in front of me and I'll read the lyrics and I'll listen to the song on repeat. And then eventually I'll start to say the words to the song, like along with it. So that I will listen to them over and over again for that purpose. I've listened to 𝗏𝗏𝘅𝘆 𝗏𝗏𝘅𝘆 592 minutes, which is 190 streams.
Okay.
And then my next most streamed song is 𝗏𝗏𝘅𝘆 with 198 streams. And both of those songs were songs that I learned the words to.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense too. I feel like I don't stream music like I used to, because I used to like really go in depth with like learning. Like 2016, I can recite every single song, no matter what place it was in Eurovision and no matter what language. I can sing every word of every single song that year because I just was like crazy obsessed with like that was the first year I learned about Eurovision. So I just like went crazy. Like now I don't do that really, but still, you know, and Douwe Bob, we love him. I want him. Part of me selfishly doesn't want him to go to Eurovision just because I need him to myself. And I really don't want him to be busy next year. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
like I'm
purely
trying to get on his boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm trying to get on his boat. If his boat's unavailable because he's busy, like that's not gonna work for me. So maybe I'll be able to meet him at press things, but it'll kill me if he gets selected for Eurovision and I don't go to Eurovision next year. That will kill me. Like I will find a way. I will open a new credit card. I don't care. I will increase my debt another $5,000. Like it'll need to happen.
You got to do whatever you have to do to go and be around your faves, I guess.
Exactly. Like I can file for bankruptcy. I'm not trying to buy a house anytime soon.
You couldn't afford one anyway.
Hey, now.
I mean, no matter how hard you work, like in this economy, houses are like literally like you'll spend $1 million on a house.
Yeah, I know. In the worst neighborhood. It's crazy.
Just for the plot of land.
Exactly. The only other thing I wanted to say in regards to this was I was a little confused about the reporting on the Netherlands and their entries, because earlier this week, I feel like we got news that they had only gotten like not even 300 submissions. And I remember seeing everybody on the timeline being like, there was discourse about it because some people were like, oh, it's just, as long as all it needs is one good entry. And, that's, true. I feel like I'm in that boat. I feel like 300 songs for 1 year. That's a lot. Like there are inevitably going to be great songs that are missed out on regardless. So I'm like, all you need is one good song. I agree with that. But now I'm seeing that it's actually 600 submissions and that they're saying it's a record amount. I don't know what that's about.
I don't know what that's about either. And I haven't like looked too close at the sourcing on that information either. But I feel like with these kinds of things, there's always just so much like misinformation that comes out that I sort of block out things like that. Like unless it's coming from like the official accounts, like I think like the 𝗲𝗆fest account said like they received like a very specific number, like 2,467 songs or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, and that was like clearly like a really reputable source. Also, it's one of the more popular contests. But I think that stat alone, it's like 300, like that's not really like a ton of songs, but it also 300 songs is also a lot of songs when you think that like 300 songs, I think in a Eurovision season with all the national finals, it normally is around 300 to 400 of the songs that actually make it to selection rounds.
Yeah.
So like out of all of the songs that had been in a national final, like there's got to be out of 300 songs, you got to have a couple good ones.
Yeah. And I mean, I will say in regards to the Netherlands, like, I mean, Douwe Bob's a big artist and there are big Dutch artists that submit. And so knowing that hey, listen, some of these countries are getting 500 something submissions, but it's a bunch of nobody artists, which is fine. But, but they struggle to get actual reputable, like successful artists in their countries to submit songs. And the Netherlands does not really have that issue. So, that goes to say something. And I just remembered the other campaign that's going on for the Netherlands that I low-key kind of want more than Douwe Bob, and that's 𝗫𝗆. So he has a song going viral right now on TikTok, where it's like, I mean, it's in Dutch, but it's like, oh my God, I can't even sing it. I don't even know how it goes, but it's proper going viral. Like there are some like just popular TikTokers that I follow that use his audio. Like it's just going regular viral among the locals. And he's like campaigning right now to try to go to Eurovision. He really wants to go. I don't know what song he submitted. I mean, but his discography is really cool. And it's kind of like in the vein of 𝗥𝗶𝗁𝗆. Like,
like a little more out of the box.
Yes, you would love his stuff. It's really cool. It's kind of got hyper pop elements to it in like a vocal manipulation kind of way. But it's just really cool. His stuff is so cool. I would love for him to go to Eurovision. I think he would also be an artist that would send the Netherlands on like it would be a change for them, and it would be a good change. So definitely I'll send you some of his stuff because
Cool.
you're gonna love him. I know you will. So
and he sings in Dutch or in English?
He sings in Dutch, like all his songs are in Dutch.
Okay.
And that's like not a lot of people not a lot of singers. Well, I feel like now I'm seeing more Dutch artists sing in Dutch, but in Eurovision they haven't sent that, so they need to do that. Also, 𝗲𝗆 is another Dutch artist that she was the one that it was between her and Mia and whatever. It was them too. 𝗲𝗆 is a great artist. 𝗥𝗶𝗆𝗆. Oh, she makes great music as well, and it's all in Dutch. So I feel like that's the way the Netherlands should go. Douwe Bob does not sing in Dutch ever. I don't think he's ever sung in Dutch. So, I feel like they need to switch it up. They've done Douwe Bob, but not too much on my king. I'm speaking to myself, not too much on my king, because I'll be very happy if he goes.
Right.
So then I mentioned the god himself, Käärijä. So we've got some news. So you take it away for our Finnish section, which is starting to become a regular thing at the end of the podcast.
Did you know what? I can't help it. Like, if you're going to talk to me, you're just going to have to hear me talk about Finland. That's the, that's the end of the story. Actually, well, and we were talking about the 𝗅𝘅𝘅𝘆 earlier, and I meant to point out, I got a fan bracelet kit. I did not even know about the fan bracelet phenomenon. I knew about like the candy stuff because I used to be in the rave scene. That was never my scene though. I was more of like a wearing all black raver.
Oh yeah.
Like I was like a hoodie and like hard techno, like dark fast beats. Like I was not like a candy raver with the neon stuff. I was like way more like low key. So I recently found out about these actually from a Rosalind video. Whenever she did the Ed Sheeran tour, there was a video of her collecting all these bracelets, and I'm like, what is this? Like, why does everybody? I was like, okay, if one person gives her a bracelet, okay, why are there like 50 people in a line giving bracelets? Like, this is a phenomenon. And someone explained to me that I guess Taylor Swift started doing it, and then other people started doing it, and it's kind of become this thing, and now everybody does it. And so I jumped on the bandwagon and I got myself a bead kit. And so my beads are I got 48 colors of pearl beads.
They're gorgeous.
They're so pretty. And there's solid ones and there's like gradient ones, so they'll have like two colors on the thing. And then it has like spacers that have hearts and stars, and they're like bright gold, soft gold, silver, and rose gold. And my letter beads are actually glow in the dark. And so they're so cool. And so they look like crystal in the daylight. So they actually look a lot nicer than like white beads. Like they look. Yeah,
they look really like fancy.
Yeah, I can wear them to work for my work outfits. But I made them for the 𝗅𝘅𝘅𝘆. So they just released their album, and it was released triple platinum because they already had so many streams on the songs. A very successful release. So I have my favorite one says 𝗅𝘅𝘅𝘆 girl, because I'm a 𝗅𝘅𝘅𝘆 girl. And then I have ones of all of the names, and then their album Dynastia. So I went a little bit crazy making the bracelets, but I love them. So I'm gonna do that for the whole season. I think I'm gonna become one of the bracelet girls.
Oh, I need to get some. I'll come down and
it's very soothing actually to make them.
Yeah. I want to get into it, but I just feel like I have too many hobbies already. I actually bought a bunch of beads, but like I do a lot. I
know, I do too, but I found that it's nice because it's something I've been doing while like I'm doing something where I'm already sitting. Like I'll watch YouTube videos and string beads. Yeah, it's fun. But so that's just one of the many Finland obsessed things that I've been doing lately. And for the past couple of weeks, I have known that they were going to be releasing information. That's the timeline that the network is usually on. They put out information in October. They start selling tickets in October. Songs come out like in January. So I knew this was coming. I had been on the edge of my seat, basically every night going to bed, like waking up in the morning, checking to see, because I know that, and I knew that whenever information would come out, everybody was going to let me know, because everyone knows that I'm obsessed with Finland and UMK. So every
Is
morning
that what
it
is, UMK?
Yeah, 𝗬𝗏𝘅𝘆𝗥𝗶𝗄𝗏𝘁. So that's how they say the letters UMK,
Okay.
not
You educate me
UMK.
every year. I'm sorry. I just
But
needed to.
I don't even know why. At some point, I started saying UMK. I think probably when I started learning Finnish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just because it's like I try to like remember, because like their letters, like especially U, like it's not a U, it's an U. So it's like trying to like train my mouth to like say it the right way. So so what was I saying?
You're just saying.
Yeah. Always like waking up in the morning expecting to get news. So it was yesterday. So we're filming right now on a Tuesday. Yesterday, the Yle account, the UMK account, started putting out weird teasers about the contest. Like they had this building in Tampere had this blue light or purple light, and you know how all their branding is that like kind of jewel tone purple. So they had this like landmark building in Tampere in this purple lighting. They had the clock tower in Tampere, this like important place, playing the Eurovision 𝗬𝗏𝘅𝘆𝘆 or whatever melody, like the da, 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 on the clock tower in Tampere. Over in Malmö, they unveiled these 2 pieces of advertising. And one of them is a picture of 𝗥𝗏𝘅𝘆𝘆, and it says, welcome to Tampere. But this is in Malmö, this billboard. And then the other one on the other side of the street is another picture of 𝗥𝗏𝘅𝘆𝘆. And it says, like, the wannabe Eurovision host city 2024.
Yeah.
And so, and then they come out and say, oh, we're going to have a big announcement in like 8 hours, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that going on, and I was so confused with the building, because I was like, because at first I saw people being like, is this actually in Malmö? Is this actually, where is this? Because it says welcome to Tampere. And I was like, I thought it was all fake. I didn't. And then I was like, wait. And then I saw Selma being like, no, girl, this is real. And I was like, wait a second.
It is really good marketing. They were so smart. They got everybody on the internet fighting over this silly joke on themselves. Like the joke of the billboard is that they lost. Yeah, that's the joke, is that they lost. And like they're like playing up kind of like the sore loser. I'm not saying the Finns are sore losers about it. I'm saying like that's the storyline that like they're going with. Like they're making a joke out of that. And I thought it was brilliant, because everybody was already talking about the contest the day before their announcement that they were coming out with. So I realized this. I realized like, okay, there's an announcement coming out. It lines up with the time. It's going to, at the very least, be the host city and the date, if not also tickets. Like they might just, like, this might be the tease. They might be teasing us now, and they're just going to drop it all on us like a bomb and like let people freak out and scramble. I thought that was a possibility. But they did announce this morning that the contest would be on February 10th in Tampere. And I was very happy to wake up and see this, because the night before I could not stop thinking about the contest and the teaser and the host city thing, because like they kept doing all this stuff about Tampere, and it's like, well, that's signaling that that it's going to be there. So I started looking at the only arena that they would host it at that's suitable is the Nokia Arena. And I looked at the schedule for the Nokia Arena, because that arena, it's a brand new arena, state of the art. It has 2 hockey teams that play there, that's their home ice. And it's the middle of the Liga season. Like both of those teams are actively playing right now that's their home ice. And so there was no weekend, like in order to set up the stage, to run rehearsals, to run the contest, to tear down the stage, to resurface the ice. Like that's 4 or 5 days that you need access to the arena. I checked Nokia Arena, absolutely nothing booked for the entire week leading up to the 10th. And I was like, well, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the only possible day that it could possibly be. Why would they be running these ads about 𝗃𝗃𝘅 if it's going to be in Helsinki? You know, like at that point it was obvious. Okay, it's the 10th. It's at Nokia Arena. And I got my like Eurovision, like run on the hotels mindset on. And I said, there's a possibility that as soon as they make this announcement and it's this day in this location, that the hotels are gonna get slammed. So I said, I'm gonna make a reservation at the hotel. There's a hotel in the arena, okay? There is a hotel in the arena.
That's insane.
It's insane. No. Seriously. Okay. We should talk about the arena. Well, I'll finish the story and then we can talk about the arena. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna book this. Luckily, it was a refundable ticket. So basically, like, okay, my dad, he was this big gambler. He was really into horse races. He used to do these things called a trifecta, where you would make a bet and you would be like, okay, I'm gonna bet that horse number 7, it's going to come in first, second, third, 7, 11, and 2. They have to come in that order. And if they come in that order, you win. If they come 11, 2, and 7, you don't get anything. You lost your money. And so my dad loved those kinds of bets. They're like a really high risk, complicated bet. And I was like, okay, I'm making a bet. Granted that I could get a refund on it, but you do have to pay a little bit more for those non-refundable reservations. I was like, I'm gonna make a bet right now that it is in 𝗃𝗃𝘅, it is at the Nokia Arena, and it is on the 10th of February. And so I reserved the room, the cheapest room as well that I could find, because the rates had already been raised like by €100 for this random. At that point it was obvious this isn't a random day in February, 4 months out. Why would they? Also, they had like all these rooms, like it was limited for rooms. I was like, okay, this is it, like it's happening and it's happening here. So I got it. So I have a room in this amazing hotel. Like, this building is state of the art though. I was blown away by, like, if you Google pictures of this thing.
I'm looking at pictures already. Insane.
Absolutely.
There's pictures of the. So tell me what you said to me about the view from the room.
So some of these rooms, some of the rooms, the view from the window is the top of the ice, like the roof of the ice rink. So like you look out and you literally see the roof, like it's just like a black tarp roof. So like there's some complaints on the reviews where they say, like, I looked out of my window and all I could see was the roofing of the arena building. But there's but also I am not going to this hotel for the view, you guys. It's the stuff inside that I'm going for. But there are rooms, suites that have full windowed walls to the arena. So you could be laying on your bed and watching through the windows of your hotel room to the ice, where the ice hockey teams are playing, or where the concerts are happening, or where the ice dancing things are happening. Like, it is literally some of the coolest rooms. They have rooms with saunas in them. It's like, it's literally, I think it's a 4-star hotel. It's a luxury accommodation place. Like, the room insane. I got is like a regular room. And actually, what's funny, not much more expensive per night as the really crappy hotel I had in Liverpool.
Wow.
I don't know how that works out. But I mean, the whole entire building is amazing. The reason too why everything there is so cool is because it's brand spanking new, basically. So it was a long time coming. This place was approved. The plans were approved in 2010. So it literally took like 10 years from approval to actually getting this built. It was actually built by a Polish-American architect like me. I know this guy, Daniel 𝗵𝗆𝘆.
Love him.
Love him. He made a great building. It's so modern and cool looking. So eventually it got its final approvals done in January 2018. And the plans called for them to build the building on top of the railway line. Literally, the train goes like under the arena. And
oh my God.
It's a multi-purpose arena. It's got 13,455 seats for sports, which is like 2,000 more than the arena that Eurovision was in this year.
Oh.
Just for seats. And it can hold 15,000 people for concerts, which is absolutely insane. Like that's more than Eurovision. Yeah. They can have a bigger crowd than Eurovision this year. So I'm not too worried about getting tickets, just because there's obviously going to be like thousands of tickets. But there's also offices, there's commercial developments, there's like a shopping mall inside. Apparently apartments, like there's an apartment building that's part of the complex. It has
I want to live there.
I know, a hotel, and it has a casino. Like this thing is so Las Vegas to me, because it's like everything, because the casinos are like that. Like, yeah, it's a casino, but it's also got a concert venue, and it's got a theater, and it's got shopping, and it's got restaurants and pools,
and you can just spend your whole time in that building, basically.
You don't have to go anywhere or do anything. Like it's all the shopping, the food, the entertainment, it's just all in one place together. So it was finally opened in December of 2021. So it's coming up on like a 2-year anniversary of being open, which is not very long. Like it's really new. In fact, it's fresh. It's fresh. Yeah, it's fresh. And so that is the location that they chose for. Oh, it's Cookie. Hi, Cookie.
Aww.
So as far as concerts are concerned, this place has had a ton of like really big acts. I've been watching a few of the videos online as I was like preparing for this today. So some of the acts that have played concerts is the Philharmonic Orchestra, which means it probably sounds pretty good, I'd imagine, if the orchestra is playing there.
Oh my god, yeah.
A band called Nightwish.
You don't know Nightwish?
I don't know Nightwish.
Do you? Okay, listen. They are one of the greatest bands on the planet.
I watched a video. They look cool.
See that they tried to go to Eurovision in 2000?
No.
Yeah, they tried to represent with the song Sleepwalker, which ended up becoming like this massive hit for them. Stupid. They were dumb for not picking them. So she's like an opera singer, and I am like such a fan of these people that mix like opera with like modern music, and they just it's oh my god, it's also perfect for Halloween. Anybody who needs music to add to their Halloween playlist. She also has some cute Christmas stuff, but they are seriously like geniuses. Like it kills me that they weren't able to go to Eurovision, but anyways.
Well, I mean, I guess we could just get to it right now since you bring it up. So they did give out some teasers about the artists who would be competing. And one of the teasers that they gave was an explosive rock anthem from a well-known band that tours the world. Could that be Nightwish? Do they tour the world?
I think they do. They're like global. They are like huge.
I mean, we don't know anything. This is totally speculation.
Oh my god, if they go,
because they are Finnish.
Yeah, I will die. I will die.
You'll have to come then if they're in the contest.
No, I know all the signs are starting to. I don't know. I just think this would be so much fun. Like I'm really loving this idea of going. Like,
I want you to go with me. It would be so amazing. So other bands that have played this venue, Ghost, which is a band I don't listen to, but I've heard of. They're a Swedish rock band. You'll notice a theme with the bands who have gone and played this arena. Eric Clapton, obvious who he is. Evanescence, which this surprised me, but then I remembered like, oh, well, it's Finland. So like, I don't know if Evanescence would sell out a big arena here, but
you don't think so?
Are they really?
I mean, they're not going to like sell out the... Okay, I feel like when I think of a big arena in the US, though, like I'm thinking of these ones that are doing like 50 to 70,000 people. Like they're not going to do that, but like I feel like they could. People, I mean, that's 10, like nostalgia.
It would be. See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, maybe in 2009.
Well, because the Jonas Brothers are touring right now, and they're all like sold out everywhere.
Yeah, but they're Disney stars. I feel like that's Evanescence.
Yeah, but like. but nobody's like adult fans of the Jonas Brothers, but like they're going for the nostalgia.
Their demographic is who has money to go to these concerts.
That's true.
Who else has got Queen and Adam Lambert? I watched some videos of the Queen performance, and the view was someone who was like in the pit, and you could kind of see the whole arena full. This thing is gonna be, this show is gonna be crazy. I think that what they're kind of doing is they're like, even with the whole 𝗏𝗏𝘆𝗆, I think they're going to show us what they're going to give us a mini Eurovision. Yeah. They're going to show us what they could have done. They're going to say, this was the arena we wanted to use. This is what we can pull off in this arena. This is what we can pull off with the extracurriculars and all that. I mean, I think they're going all out for it, because the acts that they've had here and the staging required for the acts that they've had include a lot of like heavy shit that gets attached to the ceilings. And don't we remember a little issue this year with not being able to hang heavy shit from the ceiling?
Yeah.
I think that they are putting their proverbial dick on the table this year.
Oh my God.
And just showing Europe what they've got. And like, I think they really mean business this year. Because like, okay, the other acts on here are so crazy. Sting, like enormous famous. Dream Theater, I know they have like a crazy fan base that will totally sell out arenas. Robbie Williams, Pop King. Antti Tuisku, who's like, he hosted UMK one year, 2020, maybe, I think. Andrea Bocelli and Iron Maiden. They just, yeah, I know. They just played actually, I think in June, just recently. I was watching some videos of that concert. Yeah, it looked really good. Huge crowd. So you can see that there's plenty of space in this place. It is enormous.
I'm looking over at my Iron Maiden shirt that's sitting right in front of me.
Get out of town. That's so funny. Another perk of this arena is because I said it's like on top of the train. This was so crazy of a fact. It's located 600 meters from the railway station. Like you could throw a rock from the arena to the railway. Like it's on top of the railway. It's 300.
I have a stupid American question. Like what is meters and what is like
that's like a meter and a yard is basically the same. So it's 6 football fields.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not far. It's like the end of a block.
Is that not far?
No.
I just thought a football field was far.
A football field, you could walk down a football field's length in.
That's true. Well, I've never been to a football game.
Oh. Yeah, it's not far. 350 meters from a bus station. And I thought this was really cool that when you get a ticket to one of the hockey games, you get to ride on public transit for free. Like the price of your transit is included in your ticket.
Oh, cute.
Isn't that cool?
I do love how much they love hockey, because like I feel like as a Pittsburgher, we love hockey so much.
Absolutely.
And also like my former employer was sponsored by the hockey team. So like we always did stuff for hockey. So like I feel that connection to that, even if I'm not a big hockey, or even if I'm not like a sports person in general, I know more about hockey than like other sports because of that. So I love that.
My childhood hockey hero was 𝗥𝗏𝘆𝗆, who is not only from Finland, he's from Vantaa, just like 𝗥𝗏𝘆. In fact,
there's something in the water.
In fact, in one of 𝗥𝗏𝘆's songs in Micmac, he says something about 𝗥𝗏𝘆𝗆.
Ooh.
And that I realized at that moment, I was like, okay, I absolutely love this guy. Like I knew I liked him before, but I absolutely love him, because why is he rapping about my favorite hockey player from when I was 12? Like, what's going on here, right? So it's like it was his favorite hockey player when he was 12. It's like a hometown guy for him. And I liked him because he was a goon. Like he beat people up. Like he was an enforcer. Like so. He was always getting in fights, and he was like a real smart ass and would like agitate people to like get them to want to fight him. But he was actually a good player. I think he maybe was like in the Olympics or something. Like I'm like for the Finland team, like he's a really good player. It's just, they used, but yeah, I always love the Finnish players. Because it's one of those things where it's like, I felt like getting into Finnish stuff recently. It's like, I remembered like, oh, well, I was always kind of, I always liked the Finnish players because I always liked hockey. I grew up watching hockey.
Yeah.
And I have found myself watching like weird like hockey interviews with Finnish players who are like 17 years old and they speak Finnish, and I don't understand anything, but I just sit there and I like watch them as they mumble through stuff. Yeah, I've got brain worms. But yeah, so let's talk about some of the like nitty-gritty stuff about the contest itself, like what the network has said regarding tickets and everything, because they did tell us a little bit. So they have told us that there's going to be 7 songs, which is how it was last year. I think 7 is a good number. It's not too much, it's not too little. You can get enough variety without like repeating too many songs of the same.
Yeah, I think it was perfect. I mean,
the show doesn't go too long.
Yes. And, you know, I would, like, selfishly, of course, I would want more, because I just want, you know, they were so good. I want more amazing songs. But I think also just the rollout, which I'm sure you'll talk about, it makes sense. Like, I think maybe we could have like increased it like to 8 or something, you know, even it out. I mean, even numbers girly, but you know.
I wouldn't have minded a few more songs than 7. I wouldn't want any more than like 10.
Yeah, more than 10.
I love the number 9. I think the number 9 is, I like that it's 3 3s. I don't know. I feel like there's some nice balance there. But there's 7 songs. There's going to be a quote one-of-a-kind performance by 𝗏𝗏𝘅. So my guess is that he's going to give us a new song, because it is 𝗬𝗏𝘆𝗆𝗆 𝗥𝗶𝗆, which literally means new music contest. So I think that it will be, he's going to give us his new music. That's what I think is going to happen. Because it can't just be 𝗤𝗤𝗤. And all of his other music is like, well, his album came out in 2020, and then he's got like the song he put out with Tommy Cash, but that's not really,
he's not going to do that.
He's not doing that. He's not doing that song. It's also be too far away from the release of it to make sense.
I don't see them singing about dripping on dicks anytime soon on there. But anyways, continue.
No. So, and then they say, and show-stopping opening and interval acts by top Finnish artists, which shouldn't be a surprise. We know that that's what they do. That's how they run the show. But it's still good to hear anyway. And they just say top Finnish artists. They don't say anything about former UMK contestants or anything. But my hope, obviously, is that the Portion Boys are going to play a song. And last year, Bess came in second, and then this year's contest, she had sang, even though she wasn't the reigning champion. So I wonder, maybe we'll get a little bit of that.
So they're not going to pick her. They're not, because I was going to say I would love to see her, but they're probably not going to pick her. So I don't think that's like what they. I don't think that's what they do. Maybe she'll submit a song.
Oh, she could. Yeah, she could end up being a songwriter or something.
Or the artist.
Or I really do. I don't think so. Because I mean, has Finland ever sent the same person twice? I don't see that as something that they would do. Not with the way that they.
Yeah, the only time like was that guy that like didn't get to go because of 2020, but that's the only time. That's obviously an exception. Like competed in UMK?
Well, and they didn't send him. Oh, they made him compete. They made him compete.
Yeah, they made him compete and he lost.
That's right. That's crazy.
That's some fucked up shit.
That's crazy. But I think it probably was only because they wanted to give him another chance. But Finnish people are too fair. They're not just going to give away the contest. They're so fair-minded.
I actually liked his song, but
I didn't.
It's fine.
But it's okay.
I liked his new whatever.
So they also said that they're going to do a Eurovision disco starting at 6 p.m.
What?
So yeah, I know. So they're doing like this kickoff party. So at 6 p.m. they're going to have this Eurovision disco, which is going to be at the Nokia Arena, and they've got all this event space. So it's going to be like a, you know, the pre-party, you could say. And then the doors open at 8 for the arena. at 8:30, you have to be seated for your seats. And then they do a pre-show, which is probably like the rules. And my guess is they're going to have to do the rules in Finnish, Swedish, and English. So that's probably why it's 30 minutes, like, 7 or 8 minutes of rules in each language. So everyone knows. And then it says the show is going to go from 9 to 11. And then from 11 to 3 a.m., they have an after party. And there's 3 floors of after party. There is the Eurovision disco, which is on the 1st and the 3rd floor. So there's 2 different Eurovision discos that you can go to. And then there's the 𝗏𝗏𝘅𝘆 street, which is, so 𝗏𝗏𝘅𝘆 is like the kind of like modern pop radio station for 𝗏𝗏, the TV broadcaster. And that's on the 5th floor, which is funny because it's street, but it's on the 5th floor. But so, so there, 3 floors of that. And then it says Nokia Arena services open. So I'm assuming that means the restaurants and the other amenities. My guess, maybe they're not going to be open all night, but they'll be at least open at some point in time. So it's going to be, this whole building is going to be a party. And I'm so thrilled that I'm going to have a room in this place, because it means like, it's going to be Finland in February, people. It's going to be cold. Like, you're not going anywhere without a coat. You need to have a coat. You need to have, warm shoes or whatever. I don't need that to go to UMK. I am going to be in the building. I can just wear whatever skimpy little dress I'm going to wear with my platform shoes. I don't have to worry about being like weather smart or anything. If I, need a break, I can go to my room. Like, it's going to be, I'm going to party until 3 a.m. I'm blowing the doors off of this place. Also, I'm probably not going to really adjust very much to the time zone.
No,
so I'm going to be
you're just
wide
gotta
awake.
I'm
going to be like on my normal
that
time.
Day is gonna be insane.
It's gonna be so crazy. I mean, from the moment that I can check into the arena, like that's, the party is on. Although I'm a little bit bummed because the public sauna, or not public, but the guest sauna for the hotel, it does not open until like, I think 6 o'clock, which is the same time as the party starting. So I won't be able to, unfortunately, go to the sauna, but that's okay. There'll be plenty of other chances to go to sauna while I'm in Finland.
Yes. This is increasingly seeming like something I should go to, because when I've thought of national selections before, often it's like, okay, it costs a lot of money to come all the way from the US all the way over there to do that. Like, are you going to get your bang for your buck? And this is literally sounding like a fucking like Eurovision. It's
somewhere between Eurovision and a pre-party.
Pre-party, yeah.
Like, it's closer to the size of a pre-party, but the production level and organization of Eurovision, I think, is what you can expect. They'd say specifically, you are allowed to bring flags and signs and other items to cheer on your favorites. They say that, unlike all the other events where they're like, you can't bring anything.
Oh my God, yeah.
So tickets, let's talk about tickets. They go on sale Friday, October 6th at 9 a.m. I'm kidding. They actually go on sale Thursday, October 5th. I'm just saying that.
Wait.
I was like giving misinformation.
Yes. Well, I mean, by the time this podcast comes out, they will have been on sale anyways. So you know what?
Oh, you know what? You're right. Because the podcast, I guess this episode, if you're listening to this, and that it would mean that if it's still Thursday, you're a patron. So thank you. We love you. Yes. But if you're listening to this on a podcasting app or on YouTube on Friday, then yes, tickets will have already been on sale, and it would be too late to be an early bird. But I am going to be up at, I guess this is 2 a.m. our time.
That's not bad.
I mean,
for you it is.
For me, I have to wake up early, so it's not great.
I don't have a job anymore, so I can try as well.
Probably what I'll do is I'll try to go to bed early the night before, and then just wake up and buy the ticket and then lay back down and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Instead of staying up until 2, because I have to be up at 7 regardless. Yeah. So it really cuts things down for me. So there are a couple, they don't say anything about the seating charts or anything, but they've given us price levels. The ticket includes the entire night. So from the doors opening at 6 until the doors closing at 3 a.m. The cheapest ticket is 30 euros. Well, it's 29.90, but I'm just going to round up to the whole number. So it's 30 euros. It specifies that there's an obstructed view though.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing that's going to be the maybe kind of behind-ish the stage, or I don't know exactly what it means, but do you know what obstructed view probably means? There's going to be TV cranes.
Yeah.
Because they are going to have to bring in a lot of TV equipment. So like, I don't think that they can fit 15,000 for this, because they're going to have TV equipment, and they're going to have a green room and everything. So it's not going to be 15,000 tickets. And then the other ticket levels, they go up incrementally. So there's a 40 euro, a 50 euro, a 60 euro, a 70 euro, and an 80 euro ticket.
Okay.
So there's a lot of like levels to choose from there.
But 80 being the most is not that bad.
I was expecting 50 euros basic ticket, 80 euros higher level, 120 euros VIP or something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there is no VIP hospitality option. That surprised me. I was really I was preparing myself to basically do like what I did for Eurovision, like spending 200 euros to get some kind of a package deal. But I guess I got the hotel room, so that kind of is that's
your VIP.
That's the VIP part of it for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going for the best ticket that I can get. Like if the 80 euro tickets are available when I get to the point in the queue, that's what I'm getting. If it's the 70 euro tickets, like the best seat is what I'm going to get for this, because I'm not flying to the other side of the world to
hell no.
a winter wonderland where it's even colder than the place where I live, to just get a basic ticket. Like I'm going to get the best view that I can get of this show.
Yeah. My God, I really want to go now.
There are resale options on the tickets because they do it through this lipu.fi/UMK. So if you bought a ticket like as a placeholder, you know that you could sell it to somebody.
Yeah.
Like somebody would buy the ticket. So just saying, if that's what you felt like doing, I think you could probably do that. Okay, so that's the stuff about the tickets, but what we're actually going to see. So they gave us a bit of a teaser as far as what the music is going to be, which I guess they've done this in years past. It's just I wasn't as in tune with it in past years as I am this year. So there is a 90s dance song by an artist making his debut. So there's no point in speculating, but they say,
it's me.
It's you. It's 𝗥𝗍y Rainbow. We're making the announcement.
Yes, we've got the exclusive.
So it could be anybody.
Yeah.
Then we have a power song by a singer with a wonderful voice. So I don't know if that means a power ballad.
I'm not gonna like that one.
I don't think I'm gonna like that one either.
Doesn't sound like it's my cup of tea.
Yeah, I'm not a vocal performance person. Perhaps the best song of an indie favorite's career. So some indie band, someone who's been around, someone who people know, and maybe their best song that they've ever had, sending it to UMK. So that I think is really interesting.
Yeah, that sounds like
a surprising duo of two famous artists with a hard beat.
Ooh.
I am curious about this one. I like hard beat.
Yeah.
And it's a duo, which can be interesting to have two people. It could be like a guy and a girl combo. It could be a two girl duet would be cool. Yeah. Maybe it's a two guy duet. Maybe it's like a Caddy and Tommy Cash type thing.
That would be cool.
So I think that's really interesting. And they're already famous. So it's like a collaboration between people whose names are already out there. So that sounds really interesting. So that means that we already have two acts that are known quantities. So like when the announcement comes out, everyone's going to know who they are. And then we have the explosive rock anthem from a well-known band that tours the world. So that's another act that people already know of.
Yeah, that one's gonna be big.
That one's gonna be big. A really intense song from one of the most listened artists at the moment.
What?
Oh yeah, a really intense
like in
song.
Finland or just at the moment?
I'm
Is
guessing
it Dua Lipa?
the Finnish Dua Lipa?
No, it's the Dua Lipa. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's Ariana Grande. It's Taylor Swift. I knew it.
Okay, so I'm gonna Taylor Swift for Finland. It's definitely happening. Definitely happening. But we're Pennsylvania girls, so we've got to support our girl T Swift.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm interested now because it says if it's one of the most listened to artists at the moment, what's the top artist in Finland right now? Well, it's not Robin Packalen because he totally flopped.
I know in that one graphic that was going around, it was the Portion Boys.
Well, okay, what's interesting about that is obviously it's not them. They're not going back for a second time. Yeah. I really just don't think that's something they do at this contest. It wouldn't make sense. Also, they've been having such a good year. I don't see them pausing that. But they just did an interview and they were asked directly, would you ever consider doing UMK again? And they said never say never. So they would be open to doing it again. So it's not this year, but it could be another year. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know who this biggest act could be. I wonder maybe if it's JVG.
It's
because they're huge, but I feel like they're too huge. Yeah, they've got some really good songs. But here's the last song is a club banger from a famous artist. So so we actually have 6 of the 7 are known artists. One is a debut.
Well, I do. Maybe Alma. No. Does she fit any of those descriptions? Because, okay, I'm looking at a list of the most streamed artists. Nightwish is allegedly, according to this list, the most streamed artist from Finland.
Wow.
So that would be really epic. I really do think they are probably that big band because they tried to go to Eurovision already. I mean, obviously that was like over almost 25 years ago, but like, who's to say that they still don't want to go? And then JVG is number 2.
Yeah.
And then Cheek, Darude, him, Elastinen, Robin, a bunch of people I don't know. I mean, I know Robin, Darude, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm trying to see names that I recognize. Like Alma's the only one. I didn't know Alma was Finnish though. I thought she was Swedish.
I also thought she was Swedish, but then there was a point in those reaction videos that they do for UMK where somebody said, "Oh, was it Alma?" And they were like, "Oh, no, it's obviously."
Oh yeah. There's also this artist I just see on this list. She's a little lower, but Evelina, I just like started listening to her. So good. Oh my god. Do you know her?
No, I don't think so.
Amazing.
I'll have to check her out.
Girl bops, just like she's great. Evelina.
I really wanted to see this artist 𝗥𝗍𝘆 go in for UMK this year, but I don't think any of these descriptions matched 𝗥𝗍𝘆 because he's kind of like a pop rap artist. Yeah. And none of these are giving rap.
Do any of them give like girl bop vibes?
Well, that's the thing is I
like
feel
other
like
than the duo could be.
The duo could be.
So maybe Alma's one of the duo. I feel like she would do another girl. I used to love Alma. I mean, I still love her, but I used to listen to the fuck out of Alma because when I used to have bright yellow hair, I was like twin. Me and her were twins.
I do remember hearing a rumor that there was going to be an artist who wanted to make a comeback. would that match her, or did she ever
I don't
fall
know if
off?
she ever, I mean, she kind of fell off, but that might just be personal
Okay.
for me. Well, anyway, I'm fucking excited.
I'm beyond excited. Like I feel like my heart rate has been elevated for the past 24 hours between like all the hotel stuff and all the news today and getting ready for the tickets to be sold so soon, and like
yeah.
thinking about all my plans too. So I already bought my flight. So I'm going to be in Finland for 1 week. I'm going to go from like a Wednesday to a Wednesday. And I already
That's
have,
when I was looking up for myself, I was looking at the same thing.
once it makes the most sense, because then you're like you basically arrive on Thursday, and then you're gonna be kind of like tired on Thursday, and
you
then
get some days to settle.
yeah, you settle in, and then at the middle you go nuts, and then you have a few more days of calmness, because I left Eurovision immediately, and I wished I hadn't done that. I would have liked a day to like decompress and not rush out of the hotel, and just take it easy and enjoy my time. And it is my vacation. So I do have a few things that I know I want to do. I want to visit 𝗏𝗏. I want to tour 𝗏𝗏, which is 𝗥𝗶𝗁𝗀's neighborhood. There's a big mural that was made of him, and there is a chocolate factory. So, and they do tours of the chocolate factory.
Maybe I could get a job there.
Oh my God, yes. At the chocolate factory.
It fits my
You've worked at another sweets factory
experience,
before. Yeah. So it seems like a really cool place, actually. Like they've got like art exhibits, and you get to eat chocolate, and there's a cafe and stuff. It seems really cute. And then it's like going to 𝗏𝗅𝘁.
Yeah.
And then I want to go to Lahti to see the Pelicans play, the hockey team. So this is where I think that I could have a little bit of trouble. I could have too much of a good thing happening for me. So I really want to see the Portion Boys play in Finland. Like if they have a concert, I'm going to it. Yeah. So they're not going to have a concert on the day of UMK. It's just not going to happen. My guess is they're going to be involved somehow, either as performers or audience or something. Oh my God, I think the elastic in my shirt has come undone. And that's why my sleeve keeps falling, because it's like not tight anymore. Okay, that's annoying. Yeah, look at look how wardrobe malfunction. So that's really annoying. So I would love to see them play. So basically that leaves either them doing a gig on Friday or them doing a gig on Sunday. I'm praying that they do a gig on Sunday, because on Friday, the day before UMK, I want to go to Lahti, and I want to go to a hockey game, because I decided that I support the Pelicans because I like their branding and I love their mascot. I'm in love with their mascot. I want to marry 𝗥𝗶𝗁𝗀𝗀𝗀, the mascot for the Lahti Pelicans. I love him. I'm in love with him. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm wifey.
So that's your Douwe Bob.
He's my Douwe Bob. 𝗥𝗶𝗁𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 is my Douwe Bob. You can't see it if you're listening, but I'm holding up another fan bracelet that I made that says Pecco, and it's got the team colors, turquoise, black, and orange.
Aww.
So I really want to go and see a hockey game. So I'm going to be really disappointed if Portion Boys are having a concert on Friday, because I'm going to have to go to the Portion Boys concert instead of the hockey game, because like I have hockey in the US, I have hockey at home, basically. I don't have Portion Boys at home. Portion Boys at home is me listening on my headphones and watching the same YouTube concert videos over and over again. Yeah. And yeah, that's basically it. I want to spend a few days in Tampere and just like enjoy Finland. I want to go ice skating.
Are you good at ice skating?
No, but I'm taking lessons in October.
Oh my God. See, this isn't fair, because if I go, I'm going to be a mess.
I'll teach you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there is a lot of ice skating stuff in Pittsburgh I can like go and practice, but like I bought roller skates and shit. Girl, back in the pandemic when everybody was roller skating and it was like actually impossible to get roller skates, I bought Heelys. Never learned how to do either.
I don't know how to roller skate. I skated one time in my life. Somebody I knew had like a birthday party, but I don't know how to do it. But I have a rink like 2 miles from my house. So yeah, so I'm going to take lessons and I'm going to learn how to ice skate so that I can ice skate when I'm in Finland, because they've got rinks all over the place, and it'll be February. So you'll have to find things to do that, you know, are wintry. I have to do some wintry things going there. And I'm going to eat reindeer meat. I'm going to eat reindeer.
Yes. Oh my God, that'd be so good. I do love deer. I mean,
it's like deer.
Similar. Yeah.
I think it's like deer. Yeah. Which I love.
I used to like, yeah, like whenever my dad was still alive and he was like a big hunter and stuff, and all his friends were hunters and stuff. So you would get like that fresh.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it when people would give you jerky, their deer jerky. Oh, see, and again, we're Pennsylvania girls, so there's just deer everywhere. Like,
yeah, even you don't even feel bad.
Like they're starting a program to hunt deer in the city because there's so many of them.
Yeah, I mean, I see them. I mean, I'm not in the city, but like I mean, I'm still in the city of Pittsburgh.
Well, out where you are,
I see them everywhere.
Yeah,
they are everywhere. I see them every single day. Like, it's just.
Yeah, if the hunters don't take them out, you'll hit them with your car, and that's worse for the animal too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's been. It obviously there's going to be still more news coming. Next time we talk, we're going to be able to tell people if we got tickets or not. Yeah. I'm not expecting a run on tickets though. I'm going to wake up to buy tickets in the middle of the night, but I don't think it's going to be a situation like Eurovision where they're selling out in 10 minutes.
Prepare for it. So that, you know,
I'm prepared for the worst, but I'm expecting a worst case scenario is that I just don't get my preferred seating. Yeah, like I might get an obstructed view ticket or something.
Yeah, I think I can imagine. Yeah. I mean, because I still think it's still going to be local in the sense of like Finland and maybe the surrounding countries, but there's not going to be that many people from like other countries going, I'm sure. I mean, there will be.
You'd have to already be planning to go though at this point.
Yeah.
Like people like me who have been like, because otherwise, why would you be up in the morning to buy tickets for this?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like all of this information, I'm gonna try to go.
Yay.
I'm going to try my hardest because honestly, I hate to say it, but Sweden is just really not looking like it's going to happen. Like accommodation's impossible to find at all. And I lost my job. So now I'm like out of income. So like before where I was like, well, I might just have to spend $5,000 on an Airbnb. Now it's like, well, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I am not going to do that.
I don't think you should go to Sweden. I think you should come to Finland with me, which has been my plan all along to do Finland. I never had an intention to go to Sweden. Nothing against Sweden. I have nothing against Sweden. I enjoy watching Melfest. But I have just actually never had like the desire to go there. Like there was nothing about like Malmö that was like, oh, I always wanted to go to Malmö. Like I don't.
Yeah.
But I guess could you say you always wanted to go to Tampere?
Well, did I always want to go to Liverpool either?
Right, no. Right. Although I had friends when I was in college who were from Tampere.
I actually think the idea of going to a Nordic country is that still considered? It is the winter, right?
February?
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
so
it's the winter.
I've always wanted to go to a Nordic country in the winter. I have real fur coats. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I prepped hard and it's been warm winters over here. Yeah. So I need a cold winter.
I think you should do it. I think that you should go with me and we'll stay at this Lapland hotel in the arena and just have a crazy old time. We'll fill the hotel up with our outfits.
Well, I mean, also, you know what? There are some other national selections going on around that time. Who's to say I'm not going to stop down? I mean, February 17th is 𝗥𝗏𝘆.
And that's right there. So you actually
there. And I've been saying, and everybody knows I've been wanting to go to 𝗥𝗏𝘆. So I could just pop over.
Do two national finals instead of doing
like
Eurovision.
There's a bunch in February. So it's like totally possible.
Hey. See, I mean, I don't think that personally, I don't know the next time that I'll go to Eurovision.
Yeah.
Not that I wouldn't want to go every year. It's just that it's not feasible to go every year. And there are plenty of other options that are potentially more fulfilling and cost less.
Yeah. Yeah, this might be the move. This might be the move.
Yes, come over to the Finland side. Let's do the Finland tourism. Let's promote the shit out of this amazing country.
I just got to go all in. Like, let me start figuring out some Finnish looks. Like,
I've been thinking about that too. Oh my God.
I've got my green sleeves, which are, I mean, okay, my camera is a lot more muted than yours. Yours is very vibrant. It's very beautiful. But this is like a neon green almost.
I remember seeing it in person and it was like neon green.
It's like my 𝗥𝗶𝗆 look, but you know what? Get the fur ready.
It's
for
perfect.
Finland.
Oh my God, yes.
𝗥𝗶𝗆, got to get some use out of this. So
the thing is,
I'm ready.
We didn't even talk about the release schedule for the songs. Fuck. I think because I didn't maybe scroll down all the way, or maybe it didn't put up that article. So what they're doing is they're releasing the songs one every day for a week.
Yeah.
In January, which I don't think is what they did in the past. Didn't they do it over?
I thought they did it every day for a week.
Was it every day for a week?
I think so, because I remember being really impressed that you were getting those videos out every day.
I did 3. Yeah, I did 𝗥𝗶𝗆. I did
Did you? I thought you did them all.
No, and I did Benjamin.
Yeah, because I mean, if it was once a week, I would have been able to do reactions, but I remember being like, oh, it's impossible for me because it was every day.
Do you know what? Maybe it was then. But actually, I remember a mistake I made last year, which I will not make again this year regarding reactions and choosing what to or to not react to, is that the response initially to the Portion Boys had been a lot of complaining that they were in. A lot of people didn't like them. And so I was like, well, if people aren't excited about this song, then they're not going to want to watch a reaction if there's no hype on the song. So I'm not going to take the time to do it. Lo and behold, when I finally watched the video, I'm like, were people watching the same video as me? Because this is amazing and this is fucking awesome. And I totally should have done a reaction to this because it would have been great. And I was robbed of that because of other people's poo-poo attitude and me thinking about what other people like instead of seeing if I like it first. And I was like, I'm not going to make that mistake again because what other people like actually doesn't matter. And of course, now I'm like #1 international Portion Boys fan.
No, literally.
literally.
You know, it is what it is. It's all good.
I learn. It's so funny because you can't see my screen, but there's the picture of 𝗥𝗶𝗆 right next to me and his green bolero, and I'm in my green bolero. I'm so bummed that my shirt broke, but that's too bad. I got it off of like Wish or whatever.
I mean, it's cute. Yeah. You brought that to Eurovision, right?
I did, but both nights that I wore it were flops. So I wore it to go to Eurovision karaoke, and then I got to the bar that was supposed to have Eurovision karaoke, and there was nobody there, and they weren't playing Eurovision songs. But nobody was there because they weren't playing Eurovision songs. All they had to do was play Eurovision songs, and people would have just come in. I swear to God.
It's so stupid. I don't get places that.
It was so stupid. And then I wore this at the final as well, but I was so disappointed afterwards that I didn't want to go out anywhere. So nobody really saw it because I was in a dark theater.
Yeah. Well, I brought this to Eurovision.
Douwe Bob.
But I didn't get to meet the person on the shirt. So
did you make that shirt?
Yeah. Actually, you know what's funny is, so I have a funny story about this shirt. So I had it listed on Redbubble. Well, I made it. I just got it printed through Redbubble, but like it was posted publicly. Like I didn't even think about it when I like made it, and someone bought it. But the title of it, like I wasn't planning to sell it, so I just like titled it something random because I was just making it to buy it for myself. I titled it something like "Douwe Bob, please fuck me," and someone bought it. So I have like, and because this is my only sale ever on Redbubble, I just have like, I don't know, $5 sitting in there. Like,
you're a mess. You're a
mess. I'm manifesting something, okay? I'm working on it.
Well, I think we should just end it there because we're not going to have a funnier moment than that, to be honest. We're just going to let you take us out on that amazing piece of humor. I am dead. I am deceased.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So that was That was episode 6 of the 𝗫𝗍𝘅𝘆 podcast. My name is 𝗫🔥🔥🊃 Rainbow.
And I am Renata from the 𝗍𝗍. And this has been so awesome. So much fun talking with you as always. Thank you to all of our viewers, listeners, and all of our sponsors on Patreon. Don't forget to like this video, leave us a comment, let you know what you thought. Let us know what you thought. And if you would like to give us a tip on Patreon, you can head over there for a small donation, or you can become a patron of ours, which is going to give you early access to our videos. It's going to give you ad-free videos, and you'll get the whole video. You're not going to have it cut off in the middle and have the video strip away on YouTube. So you'll get exclusive content too as more stuff starts happening. Really, thank you all so much for joining us. And thank you, Maxxy, for this fun time. I love talking to you.
Me too. Every time. It's always, we always just talk forever. It's perfect. I love it.
I know we would talk longer if we didn't have to like do other things in our lives, I'm sure.
I know. Yeah, exactly. So yay, yes, I had such a good time. My name is 𝗫🔥🔃🊃 Rainbow again. I will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.